Sup, shredders? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to July. The year is flying by quickly. I just want to make a little video about the $12 Patreon tier and a little update I've made today. I want to show gratitude to the people that have supported me via the Patreon over the last few years, especially as I've still been just trying to sort of figure out to do with the YouTube channel in terms of like live streaming and videos and stuff like that. And now that we've had a couple of weeks where it's been semi-consistent, and I personally feel like I'm starting to get more of a kind of a role for what I'm supposed to be doing with it, I want to thank the people that have supported me via Patreon, specifically at the $12 tier with the monthly custom music reviews there that are like 7 minutes max in length. But you know, you see like Jacob and Dinner Hay, for example, have had videos made recently. And I'm also decided that I would like to offer annual album reviews done via live stream to people who are at that same $12 tier. Anyone at the $12 tier who is currently sort of supporting me via Patreon or supporting the channel via Patreon will have access to this. The first person to have it is Jacob, so they'll get an album reviewed this month via live stream. That'll probably be the last live stream of the month. I think that's what I'll do aside from Christmas, where I'll probably have a few weeks off over Christmas, so if we did it, well, we would be doing a Patreon live stream if there was someone who was due for it. But basically, we'd be doing that at the start of December. But basically, these live streams are usually going to be at the end of each month. And there are a few rules just before you get excited or want to join to get your immediate annual album review. I need you to understand a few things. So the first thing that you need to know about these album live stream reviews is that they are not immediate. You don't receive them. And this is mentioned on the Patreon page, but you do not receive them immediately. You have to wait for your month. So there are 12 slots, and there are a few that are available at the moment. At the moment, I think Jacob's first, and if you're wanting to get an album reviewed, you would probably need to remain subscribed via the Patreon until like November or December or something along those lines. I would also like to extend this offer to people who have previously been $12 patrons if they would like to partake in this, although they would still need to have been subscribed to the Patreon as of the time this video goes up in order to do that. So for example, if you went down from the $12 to a $1 tier because you still wanted to support things, I am happy to offer this album live stream to you as a monthly thing if you wanted to go back up to that. But again, you'd still need to be subscribed until the point that you were in the queue came up. So TLDR, if you were to subscribe to the Patreon today, you'd not only get, for $12 USD a month, you would not only get monthly music reviews of songs of your choice with full song analysis included, but you would also, upon getting to your month, and people can either message me about this via the Discord link will be in the description, I think, or they can just sort of message me as like a free member via Patreon, whatever suits. But when your time in the queue comes up, or your month, I will message you to ask what album you want reviewed, and we'll just do it. Now, in addition, to be more specific about things so that people don't send through like a monolith of an album that's like 3 hours in length, there are some caveats. The first is that I'm limiting the total length of the album to 60 minutes. So the album has to be less than 60 minutes in length. It also needs to be less than 20 tracks. Now, you'll notice that there is an absence of mentioning track length, and that is because I don't want to have a track length limit if we've got an album length limit. So if there is a song, or if there's an album that contains songs longer than the 7-minute limit that I usually have for monthly songs, then we can still include that. So for example, if it's like a 55-minute album, but it has like 6 tracks and one of them's like 10 or 12 minutes, that's totally fine. What I need you to bear in mind is that this is going to be a typically honest review. So I understand that sometimes people send through albums that are very sacred albums to them. I reserve the right to be transparent about my thoughts on the album. I'll either like it or I'll be constructive about why I don't. I'm not going to be sort of rude or like awful about it if I don't like something, but I'm not going to guarantee that I'll say nice things about the album because I need to maintain a sense of integrity as a reviewer. So you have to keep that in mind. And then finally, I need this album to not include content that you think if I was to play it on, YouTube live stream it, that it would get me banned. I just need it to not. There is a chance that if you choose an album, it could get blocked on YouTube, but I will put the album for public viewing in that situation. Like if the live stream gets banned, in fact, I'll probably just make the album live streams sort of free for everyone to sort of like view, so like free to the public. So TLDR, even if it gets banned on YouTube, if we live stream it and it gets banned, it'll still be available on Patreon for everyone to check out. So that's it, really. I think that it's going to be good to explore more albums, and I think that I will be doing one album I like per month, and then it will be cool for a Patreon member to be able to pick their album. And I think that'd be a good sort of like way of phrasing things. I still plan on continue the $6 fan requests. I'll do those on a weekly basis, again, aside from the Christmas break. And I still want to do some top 5s of different musicians that I like. I'm considering opening it up so the second of those is one that you guys want me to check out. So maybe if there's a musician you think would be cool for us to check out their top 5s, we can do that for like the 3rd live stream of the month. But I suppose the way to think about it is that I'm looking at doing an artist I want to check out plus a top 5, an artist that I want to check out, top 5 artist. And then I also want to check out an album that I want to like listen through. And I'll follow the same rules to keep it fair. I'll go under 60 minutes and under 20 tracks, to keep things even. But the 3rd and 4th live streams would probably be a top 5 that y'all want me to check out, a musician or band. And then we would have the album that the SP patron chose for that month. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, thank you to the SP patrons, both at the $1 and $12 tiers as well, because I've been making sure to upload the Sunday live streams that we do ad-free. So for the top 5s, the last 3 for Bruno Mars, as well as Taylor Swift and Jelly Roll, have all gone on the Patreon page for people to watch if they're a $1 tier member or above, just so they can avoid the ads. But yeah, I think that's good. So if you have any questions about the annual live streams, the annual album live stream, should I say, feel free to message me. Leave a comment on here. It's just really important for you to understand, though. The most important part, arguably, is that you need to stay subscribed to the Patreon to get your album review, your annual album review. You can't just leave and then come back, because you would potentially lose your position in the queue if you did that. I know that's probably a bit brutal, but I think, to be fair, a typical album like via Fiverr that I quote with song analysis is probably around like $150, which is the average, like the amount people would spend on Patreon for the $12 tier over a year anyways, and they're getting 12 songs in addition reviewed. So I feel like it's reasonable in terms of value, but we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, stay cool, stay safe, and have a fantastic July. I'll catch you on the weekend for the live streams or sooner on Patreon, but either way, stay cool, shredders. Spider hands out.